I called my boyfriend. I was just like, I'm mud woman. Mud woman. What am I going to unblood the diamonds? What am I going to do?
Hello.
Hello.
It's been 18 months of pure silence.
Mm-hmm. We were silenced by ourselves.
Yeah, we're just busy. But we love this project. And then someone else said, hey, we like you guys too. What do you think about coming back and doing some chit-chat about Housewives for us? And we went,
And
sure.
we were like, all right.
Yeah. I was sick of getting so many emails about... We've got an email, don't we? What is it?
We do. I do check it every now and again. It's throwingdrinkspod@gmail.com.
Amazing. We've also got another change, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
We've got an extra character on the show because we got some funding.
We've got a new housewife entering the ensemble. Our producer, Jez. Hello, Jez.
What's up, team? Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I love how you're called Jez. That's such a podcast producer name.
That's actually the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me, so thank you.
Sorry.
What's your familiarity with Housewives, Jez? What's your go-to franchise?
Yeah, so I actually have watched basically all of Real Housewives of New York. I listen to Money Can't Buy You Class, I reckon about once a quarter. I've done a bit of Real Housewives of Melbourne, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills during lockdown. I feel like these shows really got me through there. And I'm really looking forward to Real Housewives of London, not only because I love the drama of the show, but I just feel like it's going to be added to with accents.
There will be some accents happening.
There's going to be some accents.
Because that's basically why we're back, is that I feel like, have they dumped Dubai? Is that what's happened? They've dumped Dubai and they've moved to London, NBC, with new...
See, my suspicion is, I think this is meant to kind of fill the gap of Vanderpump, because usually Vanderpump would be back around this time. Is my based on nothing but vibes. But how have you been? I mean, it has been 18 months. People might just be like, what the fuck's going on? How are you, Maggie? What's been happening?
Oh, not a lot's different, really. I'm a full-time writer on a new TV show that's coming out. That's still a cheeky secret. I'm a bit of a health nut these days. I've become weird. Spent some time in LA, and I went full Gwyneth. That's what I did. I went full Gwyneth.
What's the most Gwyneth thing you're doing at the moment?
I'm doing crystals.
What? No. That is not what I expected you to say.
Yeah, I'm into it. It really is just extra shopping. That's what... It's new things to buy.
What kind of crystals are we getting?
I go to the crystal store and I talk to the man. He's a nice Asian man with a mysterious mustache. And you say, oh, I would like to get better at this or better at that. And he says, buy that for $5, and then does like a smoking of it. And you take it home and you put it under the full moon.
You charging your crystals?
Yeah. I've lost my mind. It's off-brand, isn't it? It's off-brand.
No, I kind of love it. I love the pivot, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to charge my crystals at work back when I went to Triple J. I had a bunch of crystals on the window, so they would charge overnight. But that was more like a dominance of space thing. I was like, yeah, I know Louis McCurdy used to work here. Now I work here and I have crystals.
Crystals.
Are you noticing a change in your life from the crystals?
If it's a happy life. Everything seems to be a bit more easier, but that might just be the Prozac. So it's between the Prozac and the crystals. I still haven't figured it.
That does feel very Gwyneth, Prozac and crystals.
Yeah, that's it. I found my culture.
Yeah.
Because as a straight white married woman, there's not much. There's not much out there for me to call culture without appropriating someone else's hard work. So when I went there, I discovered all the women like me are over there doing their own culture, which is goop.
Yeah.
And I'm sold. I'm into it.
I genuinely love this for you.
I want the Reikis. I want the linen.
I'm wearing a linen jumpsuit at the moment. And I feel, because I moved to the eastern suburbs of Sydney, and that's a very linen core part of the world. Like I would say equivalent to like a tool rack or something like that. I'm not living like that, but like that's the part of the world, you know? So
and what's the address specifically?
But I'm really jarring with the aesthetic of it, other than I'm buying more linen. That's a large part of my life now.
Do you find living in like an affluent suburb that you get more tense going to the shops?
You know what it is? It's like where I live in Sydney, it's very affluent, but then also like a lot of homeless people. And
Okay.
what I notice is that the affluent people ignore me and the homeless people, I'm their friend. The cookers are really
that's
vibing with
nice.
me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
at first I was like, no. And now I'm like, you know what, cookers, thank you. Thank you for complimenting me on my pants today. Like, I feel like if cookers talk to you, you're pure of heart. Like, I think that's a test.
Define cooker. What's a cooker?
You know, I would define it as just like, you know, the unhoused people of the world, the people with
Slightly
mental
cooked.
illness. They're a bit cooked.
Yep.
They're a bit
Yep.
overcooked, shall we say. And they often share their opinions loudly. Sometimes they're coherent, sometimes they're not. And
I think you've just described us. I think that's what
yeah, that's it. They don't have podcasts. That's the only thing.
They just need a microphone. That's what they need. Oh, that's
Exactly.
exciting. So you've moved. And where are you right now? Do you want to tell us where you are?
My God, you guys, I'm coming to you. First international edition of this podcast. I'm in London right now because by the time this airs, I would have gone to the fucking Real Housewives of London premiere, which is insane. I don't know who else is coming. I saw on Instagram that Abby Chatfield is coming.
I've met Abby. She's great.
She's lovely, but she's like Abby Chatfield. Like, you know what I mean? I have a feeling it might just be the two of us, and I'm a bit like, these photos are going to be brutal. These photos are going to be brutal.
You know, look, I didn't know Abby, and then I worked with her recently, and she is so charming and so authentic. She won me over.
She's dating my friend Adam, who rocks. Adam from Peking Duck. I know him from the Triple J days. He rocks. I've met her a few times. She seems lovely. It's more just like she's an absolute stunner bombshell. And
so you're just being mean to yourself about your looks. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, okay. Can I tell you something so funny? I did like a spray tan for the first time. I'd never done one before.
You've never done a spray tan?
Never. I've done fake tan to myself. Like, you know, I'm a child of the 2000s, right? So it's like I used to, all the girls at my high school, we were all orange and streaky because we used to do do you remember that fake tan that was like just spray and then you wipe it and then you do it on your legs underneath your school uniform?
Wait, so you've never been in the booth and been sprayed ever?
Never. And I did not prep properly.
Oh dear.
And so my body is like, I don't know if this works for a podcast, if you can kind of see it.
Oh, she's real giraffe-y. And now she's fallen off the chair.
I've fallen. But you can see that my neck is a different color to my face. And that is because...
Do you know what? When I get a spray tan, I always think I'm a crazy color, but it's actually quite subtle.
I don't know. I was very confronted immediately after because while you've got to let it develop. Because I was like, this is so dark that it feels slightly racist. You know?
You do feel a little bit. Well, imagine how I felt. You're like Maori. If I can get over it, you can get over it. Let's just
true.
say.
Yeah. And I like the result, but it came out, I was so dark and I walked past like a table of like gays having lunch and they all went silent as I walked past.
I hate that.
And then I got home and I was crying and the tears were like channeling into the face.
You were actually
I was crying white tears.
Did you get a photo? We can put that up. That's funny.
I've got the photos. I called my boyfriend. I was just like, I'm mud woman. I'll see if I can show you guys on the
the relief
so
when it's
rough.
washed off. Oh, hello. Yes. We got some real, it's kind of, you kind of got this real Joker vibe to you, the tear streaks down the side. That's got some real Heath Ledger. Oh my Lord. We're going to have to put that up. That is really funny.
But now I feel like it's kind of working for me, but it's patchy. But that's all right.
Oh, you gotta wash the. It's the darkness isn't the tan, and the darkness is so they know where to put the tan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't realize that at the time though, and I just thought I was going to be like that forever.
I don't like it when they ask you to spread. I don't like that.
She asked
spread
me
the
to
left.
squat.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Like I don't know if I've gotten a squat before, but I've gotten a spread.
I gotta turn. So I'm facing the wall, and she's like, "Can you squat and kind of stick your butt out and you're in the little paper G-string. And I'm like, okay. Like, I don't think anyone's going to be looking there, but okay.
Do you know what it is? I've got like the flattest, old manest bum of all time, and you've got an actual bum. So I probably just haven't experienced, they probably just haven't had to do it.
Oh,
I haven't experienced what it is like to get spray tan there.
I've got big old tits, and I had to kind of lift them so they could get underneath. Because that would
Wow.
be funny if I just had like white outline underneath. Like a W of white. Anyway,
well, that's
welcome to the
glad I'm-
pod, Jez.
Yeah, so I did use fake tan one time, not like this full spray thing that you're talking about, but one time I did try and use it because I was filming during lockdown some really weird like Temu style ads, and I couldn't get my hair cut. That was looking pretty disastrous. And so anyway, the best alteration I could do was tan, but the smell was so bad it got forbidden in the household. So Melbourne winters, they sometimes make you do crazy decisions, and a half fake tan was definitely one of them.
I say go full fake tan in the Melbourne winter. Why not?
Do you know what I'm doing? I'm doing an experiment. I'm growing out all my leg hairs. So in summer or spring, as I tell Ben, I'm going to get it like the ultimate wax because I'm growing out every layer of leg hair. Not just the top babies. I'm like cultivating the minor leg hairs coming through.
Yep.
So they're all available for the wax. So I'm going to be like a silky smooth
you'll be so
fucking
smooth.
seal. I'm going to be so slippery down there.
Yeah.
Just on my legs.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's pretty rough. It's not a good look. I mean, like, it's fine to grow your leg hairs out, but just to have, like, for some reason, it's just the bottom half of my lower leg that's insanely hairy. It's like flares.
Right.
Look, Jez is just nodding his head. Yeah, I know that. I know.
He's like, I get it.
I get it.
Yeah, my friend does that actually. Basically just up to the knees, and then it's hair down from below there. It's called the boot, is what we're kind of calling it. So yeah, Maggie, sounds like you got a good kind of boot system going.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm doing. I pulled them out it was my birthday the other day, and we had lunch south side in Melbourne. And I'm from north side. And I pulled my legs out to show all the girls. And my friend Sally goes, Maggie, put them away. We're not north side. I thought that was so funny.
That's so funny.
Because it's kind of true.
North side legs away.
Yeah, it's like, I that's true. I probably wouldn't pull these out in Chapel Street, but I'd feel pretty comfy Brunswick Street with these.
Yeah.
What are we calling them again? Boots.
The boot.
Hair boots. The boot. Le boot.
Le boot.
Tell your friend she's onto a good thing, Jez. We should hang out.
It's trending.
Well, I think we should probably talk about London. Is that what we're doing next?
Yeah. Should we put like a little sting on it? Like I was thinking like a whoop, 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 whoop. There, that's the sting.
That's like the only song they have in London.
Rule Britannia, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sure that's the only song that when you go into every shop, and like that's all they audition for Pop Idol and stuff with is Royal Britannia, because England has no other songs other than Royal Britannia.
Songs. Write a song
Yeah.
in Britain. Britain's Got Talent? I'm yet to see it.
What's your favourite thing about the English?
I mean, honestly, I've not interacted with anyone since I got here, essentially. The lady at the check-in desk was nice. And they were like, oh, we have welcome drinks for you. So let me know when you want to have that. And I didn't realize they were saying like, you know, like this evening. And I was like, oh, well, we can just do it now. And I got in at 9 a.m. It was just a big glass of champagne. So I was just like in the lobby drinking.
So it's more like a welcome drink instead of welcome drinks.
I thought maybe it was like a tea or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what I thought. Anyway. But that's what, so my favorite thing about the English is if they're judging me, I'm not knowing about it. They're hiding it.
Oh, that's good.
What about you, Maggie? What's your favorite thing about the English?
My favorite thing about the English. The English or the British? We're doing English, aren't we? Because it's London. They've got good fashion sometimes.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So let's just be so clear about this. Our friends at Hey You have said, Maggie, Jen, we want you to talk about the brand new Real Housewives of London, we'll bring you a special segment every week that Real Housewives of London is on. So we're very, very excited to be partnering with them. There's new episodes of Real Housewives of London every Monday. And so we're going to be chatting about it on the podcast this season. But there's not an episode yet. There's the super trailer that's just been put out. But Maggie, like I feel like when I heard the news that Real Housewives of London was getting announced, I thought of you instantly, well, because it's Housewives, first of all, but second of all, because you were a Ladies of London watcher. And I just want to know what your vibe is generally on the Housewives franchise in the UK.
I was really worried that it was going to be of similar quality to Real Housewives of Cheshire, which is really boring and really dry.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
It's still on.
What?
Yeah, it's insane. It's footballers' wives, but they don't even have those anymore. They're just women.
Not just women. Not just women.
Yeah, so I was like, oh no, what if they make it? Because they also did Real Housewives of Isle of Man.
It's a bit of a walk, that one, isn't it?
Jersey. They did Real Housewives of Jersey, the island in between England and France. And it was terrible because the people on it just had nothing to do because they were all stuck on an island.
On an island.
They're really not. They weren't encouraged to be themselves. It was very scripted. It is very scripted.
Right.
So I was like, oh no, they're going to just do a London version of that. But then when I heard it was going to be the NBC production value, we all know that's neck level. That's the real ones. Let's just, because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to go in cold. I'm going in cold, and because I want to be wowed. I want to be shocked. I don't want to read too much.
Yes.
So I enjoy it. I think with Dubai, I read too much. I went too researchy. So when I watched it, it really let me down. All I know with this one, there's an Australian, Caroline Stanbury shows back up, and one of the ladies from Ladies of London is on it as well.
Interesting.
That's as much as I know about the whole thing.
Yeah.
But do you want to go through, Jen, like the cast? And
the ladies? Yes.
We're allowed to do that now, aren't we?
We're allowed to. Well, they've announced it.
Yeah.
Let's go through. Okay, so you were saying one of the ladies from Ladies of London is also in it. Her name is Juliet Angus.
She's good. She's a good character.
Is she? So what was her vibe on Ladies of London?
She was it was a very strange blend of Americans and English people. It was like the casting went, we don't think that the American audience can handle 100% English cast members. Yeah. So we're going to do this bizarre blend of English and Americans. And she was one of them, like an expat living there.
Right.
And this was probably 10 years ago, I'd say. It was a really long time ago. So her family would have grown up, and she had kids at the time, and she was a fledgling blogger, like fashion blogger.
Right. Well, she still has a London blog.
Yeah, that's it. So, but it was quite early to have kind of like fashion blogs back then. So I think she was a little bit ahead of her time. But
well, she's got a mini London, what to see with the kids, and also My London Restaurant Guide. So maybe I'll check those out while I'm here. I'll live like a housewife of London.
Yeah. We'll give you something to talk about with them.
Yeah. So notably, dated Bob Saget. Yeah. Good for her. He seemed nice.
Is he the one that passed away and he's on like the...
I think, God, I'm going to... Jez, yeah, he passed away. God. I keep getting myself in trouble when I say people are dead that aren't and people are alive that are dead. But okay, so the vibe seems good. She seems legit. I remember like we've done this before with other franchises. And sometimes when you actually kind of look into what they're doing, you're like, I don't know if this is enough. I don't know if this makes a housewife yet, you know? And I feel like you can kind of tell from the ingredients of like who's going to bring something and who's kind of just there to become like an influencer, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Launch a business.
100%. So I feel like with this one, it's going to be better than Dubai, because the problem with Dubai was that they couldn't. You get arrested over anything. You can't have it make a scene in the street. You can't be done
be
for
drunk
like
there.
You can't be drunk or hanging around and screaming, women screaming at each other. Like, it just doesn't work. There was one scene where someone got upset in the street and you could tell production was freaking out about the whole thing. Yeah. So I don't understand when that was a good idea because that's what it's based on. But London, it's anyone's game.
Our next housewife is Amanda Caroline Cronin, who has a skincare brand and a longevity clinic.
Okay.
Which I think is a nice way of saying like a bit of like nip and tuck type of thing. A luxury doctor-led beauty, aesthetic, wellness and longevity clinic.
So it's like a biohacker thing?
I guess. What'd she say? It says weight loss, aesthetic enhancements, microneedling, lymphatic drainage, sun damage, dehydrated skin, Botox, facelifting, IPL laser, skincare, skin consultation. So I guess like
it's just a skincare clinic, really, isn't it?
It's kind of skincare and Botox, no?
Yeah, I think so.
I love the repackage. Like, I love the repackaging of that, though.
She must have married well.
Well, she's a former model / socialite, and her nickname, according to the Daily Mail, was the longest legs of Belgravia.
That's really specific. Is that just a suburb?
Yeah, I think that's like me saying to you, like, the hairiest boot in Brunswick.
Yeah, there you go. Put that in my bio.
Put that, Daily Mail. In 2019, she divorced an energy tycoon and then dated Wham singer Andrew Ridgeley. They broke up because she wanted a monogamous relationship.
Wow. This is good. I'm liking this, actually. This is a good character.
Energy for, I love that.
When you've got an element of climber, and I'm not labeling her a climber straight up, but when someone's bragging about dating the second member of Wham in their, do you know what I mean? Like there's an social element there that they care about. That's a better way of saying it. They care about the social element to their.
I think if you have a Daily Mail nickname, you're a housewife. Like you are. Yes. That's so housewife. Even though like Daily Mail is such a British thing, I feel like that's it's the same energy. I love a Daily Mail headline that's like, she showed off her lovely, shapely legs in a suit from da-da-da. Like, you know, it's always the most psycho copywriting.
They're so brutal. I saw two recently because I read it. One was baby-faced Melanie Griffiths shows up at her daughter's party. Guess what? Not baby-faced, not at all. And the other one was something like a huge star from the noughties looks completely different these days. And it's Nelly Furtado, who just looks like a woman, not like a teen. I think she's had a lot of kids and stuff. She just looks like a person. But they put like huge in the headline. And then you're like, I don't know what you're doing there. So they're trying to
like dog whistle that she's put on weight without saying it.
That's a good word. That's a good phrase, dog whistle. Well, let's go on to the next one.
Okay, so the next one is Karen Loderick Peace.
These middle names. Is it middle name or second last name that they've got
I think
going?
It's a double barrel last name.
So we've got two double barrels in a row.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Love it.
Excellent.
So Karen is a wag, essentially. Husband is the former chair of West Bromwich Albion, a team in the league below the Premier League, if you're a soccer fan.
Yes, that is great housewife material.
That is so
That's
good.
That's what we're talking about. It can't be the top league. It has to be just, it's still really good, but it's just not quite the...
It's like, they're probably wealthy, but are they known? Probably not. I don't know. Her Instagram says she's a fashion designer, but there's no brand linked unless it's just her name, which slay. Look, not much more about her floating around. So that one's I think it's a grower. It's not a shower. Next one, Panthea Parker, which I feel like is like a drag queen name for a housewife.
Which one is she? The Australian?
No, she's not the Australian. Panthea Parker. Not a lot of information out around her. Her husband, Edmund, who Jez has pointedly thrown in the notes, too old for Instagram from what I can tell.
Fuck.
Works for an international law firm, and apparently like they're seen at royal events.
So he defended Prince Andrew. That's what he did.
Okay, sorry. Can we slow down for a second?
Someone had to.
Put a pin in that because I don't know if you saw that clip of Caroline Radziwill that's been floating around. I need to talk to you about that. I saw it.
Yes, I did.
Let's talk about that
and
in a
we
sec.
will. Yeah. Coming up.
Speaking of famous pedophiles. Anyway, moving on.
Sorry, hey you.
Thank you for sponsoring our show. Our next housewife of London is an Aussie, Juliet Mayhew. Describes herself as a luxury brand investor, manages a house called Trevisick House, which I think is kind of like a Airbnb or she's got on her Instagram like one of the 9 poshest places for a UK holiday.
Does she own it or does she manage it?
I mean, it looks like she owns and like I think that's her income is like owning it and making it nice.
Okay.
And then she also owns a castle that she also rents out.
She's good. She's good. She's going to be good. We've got to figure out how an Australian managed to achieve this.
Yeah.
Nothing against Australians, but...
Well, her husband was a founder of Sanctum FI, a fund management. So hedge fund management money, essentially.
And we all know because a hedge fund is a...
big company that has money and they invest in things and then they make money from it.
Yeah.
You can't ask 2 poor people this. You can't.
I'm pretty sure you got it right, though. Jen, I'm pretty sure that's right.
Jez, was that right? Can you research that?
It's like a gambling thing.
What's a hedge fund?
It's like you give them your money and they like look after it and invest it in things to make more. I've watched The Big Short.
I watched Industry. I understand half of it.
I did do my master's in business.
Did you? Yeah, you did.
But that's not part of it. Hedge funds aren't part of that.
No.
Different.
All right.
All I know is that they're all married to hedge fund men.
Yes. Good for them. Good for these gals. Our last Real Housewife of London is Nessie Welshinger. She has a cooking page for mums and makes some insane looking cakes. Her Instagram bio for her cake company is called the Chelsea Cake Company. And it looks very, very nice. I think she was on the Great British Bake Off, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. She's camera ready. That's what we know about her then. She and husband makes his money in some kind of natural resource mine. So that's good.
So it sounds like blood diamonds. That's what it is, isn't it? We found the blood diamond person. Finally,
it's
after years of housewife, we've found the blood diamonds.
Arc Minerals is a dynamic exploration and prospect generation company focused on discovering and developing tier 1 copper deposits. That sounds like that's the bad company from Avatar. That's the one that they're going to the Avatar planet. And
Fern Gully.
And they're taking the...
Yeah. If someone gave you like a big blood diamond, like I don't know if you saw Ronaldo propose to his girlfriend today. And she got like a 45 carat blood diamond. It's insane. If you knew it came from a really dodgy background, would you still keep it?
Look,
like you wouldn't get the actual story of like who got it, but they're like, yeah, it came from.
The part of me that knows this conversation is being recorded says no. Of course, Maggie, I would hand it back. Ethically, morally, I reject that. If no one knew,
yeah.
What am I going to unblood the diamonds? What am I going to do?
It's not on your shoulders, Jen.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it.
I didn't fucking do it.
I'd keep it.
I'd keep
it. I'd sell it and then keep the money.
I'd sell it. I'd buy a diamond that isn't blood diamond and be like, yeah, I got rid of it, guys. I did something really good. I got rid of this blood diamond to buy a good diamond.
I don't know. There's just something about lab diamonds that are just so unappealing. I know blood diamonds aren't appealing. But a lab diamond growing in a lab, it's like the lab meat.
I'm not chic enough to know. I'm not chic enough to have an opinion on it, to be honest.
Neither am I. But
You're very chic. You're one of the chicest people I know, dude.
I've been targeted on Instagram quite a lot. You know what my target is at the moment? It's a T-shirt that says something like "I'm a silly goose, but I mean business," and it's a goose holding a briefcase, and it's on every single ad. And I think I'm going to buy it. It just says, I'm a silly goose. But I mean business. That's the targeted ad I've gotten for the past 2 weeks. I don't know what I'm Googling.
What what have you stumbled upon that it's going like Maggie needs this?
If you're listening and you're doing that or you make the Goose t-shirt, please send me one because I submit I'm influenced.
Yeah.
I'm even bringing it up on a podcast.
She needs blood diamonds and she needs the Silly Goose t-shirt.
And we're both at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly say back to Real Housewives of London. I think it looks really good. Like I watched the trailer once and I was like, okay, and I watched it again and it actually seems like it's going to be really fun this season. A lot of fun locations. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I think what it is that they haven't airbrushed out like the darkness. And I think oftentimes new franchises will be like, all of these women are just cool and fabulous and there's nothing else to see here, you know?
Yeah, that's so boring.
It's so boring. And so it's like I need the problematic nature of women to come through.
It's like when Dorit started smoking last Beverly Hills season. That was iconic.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, like, why are you smoking? She's like, because I feel like it. It's like, yeah.
I love when he was like, have you always smoked? And she's like, oh, I do like socially and around my husband and at home as well. But yeah, good on her because we've had a couple of I'm not promoting smoking, but it's weird when they're doing Dorinda, we know. Who is, she was on the super teaser. We've got Dorinda back.
Yes!
She's unpaused.
Yes!
She looks great. She's had one of those deep planes, I reckon.
I want to wrap up this segment because I feel like this leads very well into the Caroline Radziwill chat I want to ask you about. But Real Housewives of London brought to you exclusively on HeyU. New episodes every Monday, ad-free on HeyU. Yeah, we'll be talking about it, recapping it every week. But the first episode officially is out next week.
I'm excited.
I'm really excited. It's going to be really fun. But on your point about Dorinda in the super teaser, I feel like generally there's a vibe that the Legacy New York is coming back. Don't you feel?
Yeah,
like they just keep
something.
I think that the reboot of New York just didn't really go where everyone wanted it to go. I think it overshadowed by Legacy New York. And then I've just noticed that they just keep popping up.
Yeah.
Here and there and everywhere.
They're definitely the OGs of the entire network. And people are now looking back on it with like this extreme fondness of I think that's what the new rebirth of the show did was remind everyone how excited and how much they loved the original characters.
Yeah.
I think things like TikTok and all of that's brought it back into the zeitgeist. Oh yeah, I've got a friend who started again recently and we've got a thread of her just letting us know how she's going. And it's got me going back and watching stuff as well.
Yeah, I'm about
it's
to
so
go back
good.
in. I've been rewatching New Jersey because we got to see Teresa.
Yes,
in real
we did.
life.
We didn't get to see her. We got to talk to her as well.
You talked to her. I couldn't even talk to her. I was too nervous.
Really?
I talked to Whitney Rose from Salt Lake, and that was very exciting.
Yes.
But I feel like all these OGs are now getting like the love that they deserve. But did you see that there was that clip of Caroline Radziwill going around and she's on a podcast from, I think it was like 10 years ago maybe, and it's her talking about going to London after her divorce?
Yeah, remind me, what happened?
So it's like very pertinent given what's going on at the moment. But basically this clip shows up and it's Caroline talking about going to London after her divorce. Because everyone's like, oh, Caroline's friends with Ghislaine Maxwell, the Epstein procurer. And I think either Caroline took Ghislaine's photo or Ghislaine took Caroline's photo for her book, her author photo. And so everyone's always been like, yeah, they're friends. Caroline probably knew something about what was happening on Epstein Island, da-da-da-da-da. But then this podcast clip that's been making the rounds again is basically Caroline being like, I didn't really know Ghislaine, but after my divorce, I went to London because I was feeling sad. Ghislaine's like, oh, hey, like, don't go there by yourself. I'll set you up with my friends so you can hang out and you won't be, like, lonely. Caroline's like, great. And then she goes and Ghislaine Maxwell set her up with Prince Andrew.
Oh.
And everyone's like, wait a second. Ghislaine Maxwell was, like, pimping her out to Prince Andrew is, like, the kind of conclusion. Because she was like, I was sad and alone and I didn't know anyone. And
so Ghislaine was like, I found a woman.
For you to like, yeah. Isn't
That's
that yuck?
crook. That's so yuck.
But also kind of a icon. This is what I mean, like the darkness. We need the darkness back. We need the problematic elements back.
Totally. I don't want to see the manufactured shit anymore. And I don't want to see people putting it on. I want to see people being genuine. And I think that was the thing about New York. It was so genuine. Like those ladies were exactly themselves. Like there's no doubt that they had no idea how they were coming across on that first season, and then watched it and went, I'm doing really well, and just kept going down that road. But I miss them too. You know what I was going to be excited about was the girls' trip that was going to come out that will never see the light of day, because our gorgeous friend Alex from Real Housewives of New York was going to be on it. And we haven't heard from her since she was the first 3 seasons.
Remind me, why did that get pulled? It was something dark happened on that trip, right?
It was around the time of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
And so they diversified the cast, which I think it needed it 100%. But they put on a cast member that was quite solemn and very adamant on schooling Ramona on past injustices and racial history and stuff like that. And she didn't take to it well because she's Ramona. And I don't think the audience took together well, because they're like, we don't want a history less. Like, we want to see these ladies party together. We don't want to hear. We're going through enough shit right now with lockdown. So that's how I felt. I was like, no, go and party and fight. We don't need to be doing the rest of it. So
we don't need an education here. Yeah.
So that's kind of what it felt like a little bit, and I think that's what died. And they didn't even get a finale. Not a finale, a reunion. It was such a shame. And they brought it on themselves. And Ramona said some really horrific things to her as well. Like, she just what do you expect's going to happen? Of course she's terrible. She's going to say terrible things.
This woman has never hidden these aspects of herself ever.
It's like some people still asking for quotes from Kanye.
Yeah.
Like,
what's the Nazi guy going to say? Some Nazi stuff, probably? Speaking of huge villains, have you been watching any of The Valley?
Yes.
Have you been watching these damn reunions with Jax?
I'm saving it for this weekend.
By the time this episode comes out, the 3rd reunion will have happened. I've only seen the first 2. I won't spoil too much for you, Maggie. I would honestly, if you haven't watched The Valley, skip the first season. Just watch the reunion of the first season and the second season and these reunions. It's a 3-part reunion this time. And I would say, for the first time in a long time, this feels like it warrants a 3-parter. You know how sometimes they break them up? You're like, this could have been one.
This could have been an email.
Yeah, exactly. This is crazy. Because Jax and Brittany I think Brittany has filed for divorce. I don't know if they've actually separated yet, but this whole season he was in rehab. But still being insane from rehab, like rage texting Brittany. He was watching her on cameras he'd installed in the house, saying how much he was like wanted to be with his son, but then like never kind of really took responsibility. Threw a table at Brittany. Like, it's actual domestic violence. Like, it is crazy. But these reunions, it's like, it's so dark because all of these people are in their 30s, married and have children.
Yeah. It's not like they're kind of just young, hot things fucking around. There's like stakes.
Yeah. And so watching Jax kind of just do the same bit he's been doing since Vanderpump season 1, where it's like, I'm just a different guy, like I'm trying my best, like I'm just a human person. And you're like, brother, like you have like a wife, a child who has autism and needs your support, and you're just like still pissing about. It's so dark. But I don't want to spoil too much for you, Maggie, but there's a GQ article that you should read, and it's called The Valley Celebrates a Really Specific Type of Divorced Guy.
It is. It's all the same divorce guy with all of them.
It's Schwartz, it's Jax, and it's, I forgot his name, Zach or Danny.
The greyish hair,
Yeah. The one that has puffy nipples. I'm sorry if this is rude to say. Every time he's on screen, he is pointy.
Okay.
And he's always wearing like a white shirt with pointy nipples.
So it's under the shirt. Yeah.
It is under the shirt. That's why I noticed it. I'll send you the GQ article if you check it out.
I would love to watch it. I was
Schwartz keeps showing up to try and counsel Jax. It's like, this is like Dumb and Dumber. Like, why are you here? 2 fucking divorced guys just moping around their houses? Shut up.
Do you know what? We should talk about the fact that I pretty much had a drink with Jax last year.
Yes. Well, this was probably being shot, dude.
Yeah. So it was the day we went to UCB in LA, which is the Improv Theatre. And as we were walking there, we were like, there was like this shitty car park. Like it was just like, oh, really trashy looking. I don't know how you strip mall, maybe that's how they call it there. Just a line of crappy looking shops. But in the corner with a big fluoro was Schwartz and Sandy's. And I turned to Bennett and I pointed straight at it. And I went, no, like that. And as I did it, I accidentally blocked a car. And the person thought I was talking about them and put their head out and looked around at Schwartz and Sandy's and looked back at me and they went, oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about my driving. And then I'll ask Ben who was that was an old SNL cast member. So it was a real moment. It was a real LA moment. It was like from the 80s, I'm pretty sure, like original SNL cast member.
That's wild.
So then we went to the show at the UCB and I said, let's get some photos outside Schwartz and Sandy's on the way back. And so we walked back, started taking photos. And there was like these people hanging out in the smokers area out the front that they looked like workmates. They didn't look like mates. They looked tired. They didn't particularly want to be there. You know that vibe? They were clocked off recently vibe. They kind of smile. They're really nice. And they're like, oh, they're in there. I said, who? They said, they're all the guys are all in there. And I was like, Ben, we have to go in.
You have to go, yeah.
Yeah. So we went in and it is like, I can't tell you, it was really small and it was like a very bad TV set. Everything looked just so ramshackled put up. I don't understand how these men spent so much money and time on it. It was like a really, really very low rent luau bar. Do you know what that vibe?
Yeah.
Like fake Hawaiian kind of vibe. But in saying that, I was so excited I started shaking and I forgot how to tip and stuff. So I went up to the bar and we're not drinkers. So I was like, can I get 2 Diet Cokes? And she's like, sure. And she gave us 2 Diet Cokes. And then I spotted Jax on the bar.
Crazy.
And I ended up giving her like a $25 tip because I was so rattled with what was going on and I didn't want her to make...
Yeah, of course. I imagine it'd be quite an assault on the senses too, like in its ramshackleness.
I wasn't prepared.
There's a lot going on visually. There's a lot going on energy-wise.
I was prepared for improv. I was not prepared for Jax, and that's my fault. Anyway, turned around, saw Jax, and he was sitting at the bar, not talking to anyone, leaning on the bar, nursing a drink. And the guy is built like a brick shithouse. He is like so beefy.
Massive.
Is that the word? Like, I don't know. Like, it's ripped, but like a different kind of rip. He's really big.
Yeah. Like
really big guy.
Ripped.
Like thick, like red.
Yeah.
I'm not pointing any fingers, but it felt like it was like. And then I look around and honestly, this bar is really small. It's really small. And DJing is Schwartz.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And he's really, really tall. All of them are really, really tall. And I was like, oh my God, it's Tom Schwartz. And Ben and I were just standing, trying to be cool, just standing still, not saying anything with a Diet Coke and just trying to I don't know, we didn't know how to function.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, Ben was very excited too because he's watched a lot of this Vanderpump Rules as well. He knows the score.
Yeah.
And then the handing out drinks was the guy from Summer House, Kyle, with the blonde hair.
Oh, yes.
By that stage, I was too overwhelmed and had to leave. I was like, I just don't even.
That's a lot of energy.
Out of nowhere. Yeah, exactly.
Did
I wasn't prepared.
Did you say anything to any of them?
No, because it was too much. But that was then the next day, and I don't know, maybe you sent this to me, Jen, was the article announcing that the day prior, Jax had signed over the rights to his kid to Brittany.
Yeah, the custody.
So I think they had taken it out for a drink and they had been doing some filming, and those guys that we met at the start were crew. because they just, you just get the vibe. They were just cool.
Yeah.
This was all clock off drinks because it was weird. It was like everyone was friends except for we were like on the outside. Yeah. So that's my experience with Jax. He looked very sad.
You gotta watch this season of Valley then, and then give me the scoop on like balancing the the TV version with the version you saw in real life.
Well, next episode, let's go through meeting Sandoval.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Famous villains.
Yeah. All so tall. They're all tall. They're really, really tall guys. Like, I'm little, but really little compared to standing next to them. They're like very, 6 foot something
I guess
models.
They're all models too. Like, models have
Maybe.
to be tall, right?
Yeah, I think so. Jess, do models have to be tall? Can you Google that, please?
Can you Google that? Thank you.
So, yeah, that makes sense. That kind of tees up. That was definitely when they were filming because I watched something recent and the last episode, it was like around Halloween, and that's when we were there. They were talking about Halloween parties.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah, Schwartz shows up a lot in this season. Also Sheena, which have you heard this whole thing about Sheena's book?
No, but I think we should listen to some of it on the podcast.
We got to. But the big reveal is that Brock married her and then afterwards told her he cheated on her.
Oh, after the wedding.
Yeah. For the you know how they're like, we just got married, like he needed a green card anyway. He told her after she got pregnant and they were married that he'd cheated on her before they got married.
Brock.
Yeah.
He's such a Queensland boy.
He's so Queensland. It fucks me off.
I went to school with some Brocks, I reckon.
What do you think it is about it that creates these men?
I think it's a body dysmorphia. It's this false, I am a god. I look like a god. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be okay. But
it's like the rugby league of it all, do you think?
Yeah. Any sports kid who goes on to play professional football has been told they're special from a very early age. And they're not. I think that's an American thing as well. But he's Australian, isn't he? So I got that
that's
wrong.
why I think he flopped here but then went to the States and flourished. It's that delusion.
But do you know what? We're hard on Brock, but do you know who was really nice when we talked to him? He was Teresa's husband.
Louis.
He was lovely. And he likes our podcast.
He likes our podcast? He's been interacting with the TikTok?
Yeah, he's a legend. I'm Team Louis.
Teresa, Louis, Gia.
Abby Chatfield.
They're all on our TikTok. Yep. Dropping love hearts.
Oh, yeah. Not Abby, but yeah, those guys are. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you any interest in watching the one that Gia's on, the TV show that, is it Gia is on?
Gia's on it, yeah.
Next Gen New York City?
I started it.
How is?
The only interesting thing I found about it was Kim Zolciak, her daughter's on it.
Right. And
that daughter has been on Real Housewives of Atlanta since she was 7, like really, really young. So it's interesting, but they're not really friends. They've just crammed them all together. Meredith Marks' son's on it. Brooks Marks.
Is it Brooks Marks? That's still one of the silliest names. Brooks Marks.
Brooks Marks. There's too many S's.
Brooke Marks. I don't know if that's better, but Brooks Marks is worse.
Brooks Marks.
I
think every 3 months I look up to see if I can find one of his tracksuits.
Yeah, we got to find you one. I think you'd rock it.
I wear it with my goose shirt.
Yes! And your blood diamonds.
And my blood diamonds.
This feels like an episode.
Yeah, it's lovely to be back. It's lovely to talk about our passion.
It feels good. Feels like nature's healing. And do you know what was nice? I did the live show of Matt Stewart's Who Knew It pod. And I said, guess what? Me and Maggie are back podding. And people were like, woo! In the audience.
Oh, that's so nice.
So it's really nice.
Isn't that lovely? I paid them.
Yeah. And I said, if you don't woo, I'll kill you. Jez, how did this feel for your first time throwing drinks with us?
Yeah, well, it's been really fun. Thank you so much for having me on, and it's been a pleasure to do this producing. I just wanted to have some final thoughts here, which is that you asked if all models have to be tall. They don't, if they're hand or child models.
Excellent. And let's land on that. Thank you so much for listening. Even if you're a child or a hand model. Tune in next week and we'll be doing more Real Housewives of London and hearing about Jen to see who she rubs up the wrong way in the next 24 hours. some good stories. Get in there. Get your shoulders in there. Get your hoofs in there. Get in the party. Get in the goss.
I'm going to get so much goss from this thing. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, email us. throwingdrinkspod@gmail.com. Leave us a 5-star review if you feel like it. It's good to be back.
Ciao.
Bye.